The crowd is super excited here at this big high jump competition in Slovakia. Some of the best women high jumpers in the world came here to compete, and everyone can't wait to see what happens. Hey, if you love watching sports, make sure you follow our channel. In this video, we're going to watch the top 3 amazing athletes compete. Let's get started. The bar is now at 1.80 meters. First up is Angelina Topic, who's only 19 years old, but already a world champion for young athletes and won a bronze medal in Europe. This girl from Serbia is becoming really famous in the grown-up competitions. She got hurt during the Olympics tryouts, so she couldn't go to Paris, which was really sad. She starts running toward the bar with careful steps, jumps up strong, and goes right over the bar perfectly. What an awesome first jump to start things off. This could be a really exciting competition. By the way, 3 women here have all won world championships for young athletes. The bar goes up to 1.85 meters now. Topic runs down the track again. She jumps up with confidence, but this time she barely touches the bar. It shakes and wobbles for a scary moment, but it stays up. That was super close, but she made it to the next round. Look how much space there was between her body and the bar. Now it's Eleanor Patterson's turn to try her first jump. This 28-year-old woman won a bronze medal at the Paris Olympics, and she looks really calm and ready as she runs toward the bar. She jumps perfectly and clears it easily without any problems at all. That was like reading it from a textbook. The Australian woman showed everyone how good her technique is. The bar is now at 1.90 meters. Last year, someone jumped 1.97 meters to win here. Topic tries to clear 1.90 meters, but her timing is a little off when she jumps, so she knocks the bar down. That's her first miss of the night. She shakes her head because she knows she gets another chance to fix her mistake. She just hit it with her heels. Doing the same thing again would be really good, but Patterson keeps doing great. She launches herself over the bar really smoothly and still hasn't missed a single jump in the competition. Now here comes 23-year-old Yaroslava Mahocic. She's the European champion, the world champion, the Olympic champion, and she holds the world record. Everyone's been waiting to see her jump. The coach is watching as she takes her first jump of the night. She gets really good height when she jumps, but she barely touches the bar on her way over. It shakes for a moment but stays up. That was nerve-wracking. But it counts, and the Ukrainian star moves on to the next height, back to Topic for her second try. On her first attempt, she got herself ready, ran forward with purpose, and this time there was no mistake at all. A perfect jump as the Serbian girl moves to the next round. It would be cool to know exactly how far above the bar she was. I think it was about 4 inches. The bar goes up to 1.93 meters. Topic doesn't waste any time attacking this new height. She jumps into the air and sails over the bar with total confidence. Another perfect jump. She's still a teenager and hasn't even turned 20 yet. Patterson follows her and makes it look super easy too. Her technique stays perfect as she clears 1.93 meters on her first try. She's been winning big competitions since way back in 2013 when she won the World Championship for really young athletes, but Mahocic is having some trouble. Her first attempt doesn't work because she's having problems with her running rhythm. She tries to get ready and comes back for a second attempt, but again, she can't clear the bar. The pressure is really building up. She just left her legs hanging down and couldn't quite get them over, so she hit it off with her heels. The bar is now at 1.96 meters. Topic runs toward the bar, but her attempt isn't quite right and she knocks the bar down. This was her second failed attempt at this height, so she only has one more try left. 12 months ago indoors, she did really well here. Patterson looks totally unshakable and clears it perfectly on her first try again. She still hasn't missed once and is now controlling the whole competition. Mahocic skipped her last attempt at 1.93 meters, So now she's putting all her hopes on this one attempt at 1.96 meters. The tension is super high as she runs down the track, plants her foot, and launches herself up toward the sky. This time there's no mistake. She clears it beautifully and keeps herself in the fight. What an amazing comeback from the world record holder. You can see the relief on her face too. She's so good at making those clutch jumps when it really matters. Now Topic faces a do-or-die moment with one attempt left. She has to do it perfectly. She takes a deep breath, focuses, and this is her third and final attempt. The Serbian athlete delivers an amazing clearance. She stays in the competition with a clutch performance. Between all of us, we've got the last 5 winners of this competition still in it. The bar is at 1.99 meters. Patterson goes first and once again makes it look easy. Her jump is precise and clean, getting yet another first attempt clearance. She makes her position at the top even stronger. I'm sure her coach is going to be really happy with that. Everything's just clicking into place for the Australian. The next height will be 2.01 meters. Mahuchik follows, and now she seems to be in her groove. She takes off with confidence and clears the bar without any effort. She's definitely back in the contest. I think she can finally breathe a sigh of relief, although she's still behind Patterson because Patterson has fewer misses. That really was an excellent jump from Mahuchik. So now it's just Angelina Topic left to jump. Topic is really struggling at this height. 2 failed attempts put her under huge pressure. So she's got 1 attempt left at this height, which would be a Serbian record, 1.99 meters. Angelina Topic will take her 3rd attempt. That really was a good effort. The bar is at 2.01 meters. With 1 attempt remaining, Topic makes a smart but risky decision. Instead of using her final jump at 1.99 meters, she decides to gamble on clearing 2.01 meters. She gets herself ready and runs forward, but it turns out to be too high for her. The bar comes down, and with that, her competition ends. She finishes in 3rd place, a really good effort. But what a great effort with that 3rd and final attempt. 2 meters is definitely possible. It's just a question of when it will. Patterson steps up for her first attempt at 2.01 meters. She's done so well so far, but for the first time tonight, she fails. A rare miss from the Australian, showing that the pressure is starting to build. Her approach is strong, her takeoff is powerful, but her timing is just slightly off. She's so strong though. Yaroslava Mahuchik, the Ukrainian star, walks confidently onto the runway. The defending champion has been steadily building momentum, and now with Patterson's miss, the opportunity to take the lead is right there for her. She takes a deep breath, focuses her eyes on the bar, and begins her approach. Her run is smooth, her takeoff is explosive, and she soars over the bar with room to spare. A first attempt clearance. The crowd erupts in applause as Mahuchik's coach clenches her fist in relief. She has now taken the lead, and the pressure shifts completely onto Patterson's shoulders. She regains the initiative. She's cleared the world record of 2.10 meters and jumped 2.06 here for the meeting record. But that was still an absolutely magnificent jump. 2nd attempt for Eleanor Patterson. This is what the athletes are competing for tonight. Patterson comes back for her 2nd attempt. Again, she comes in fast. The takeoff is strong, but the execution is just slightly off. The bar shakes, teeters, and falls once again. Patterson now has just 1 attempt left to keep her title hopes alive. 1 more attempt from Patterson. She just brushes the bar on her way down. I'm just wondering whether she might go for broke and take her final attempt at 2.03 meters. This would be an indoor personal best for Patterson if she was to take her 3rd attempt at this height. The final attempt for Patterson, everyone's really enjoying this competition. The crowd claps for Patterson as she gets herself ready for her last attempt. She runs down the track, launches into the air, but it's not enough. The bar falls again. She lands with a look of disappointment and a sad smile on her face, knowing her battle ends here. Patterson settles for second place, but the crowd acknowledges her amazing effort and display of high jumping skills tonight. She's been battling injuries the last few years, so the Australian hasn't been her brilliant self lately, but tonight she showed glimpses of why she was the world champion in 2022. Just mentioning that the winners here get $2,000 with the title already secured. Mahocic decides to push herself even further. She sets her sights on 2.04 meters. She runs down the runway with purpose, plants her foot firmly, and propels herself into the air. But the bar is just out of reach this time. It falls, and Mahocic lands on the mat, shaking her head slightly. It was an excellent effort, but she just grazed the bar with her bottom to bring it down. 2 more attempts at 2.04, though. For her dot, this is Mahocic's final attempt at 2.04 meters. This is her chance to cap off an already amazing performance with something extraordinary. She takes a moment to compose herself, visualizing the perfect jump. The arena holds its breath as she begins her approach. Her run is powerful, her takeoff is explosive, but once again, the bar proves just too high. It comes down, and with it, her night comes to an end. Despite the miss, Mahocic's performance has been nothing short of spectacular. What a competition it has been. Angelina Topic, the young Serbian prodigy, claims,